No protective netting, my fellas. Be careful. Out there walking through warm-ups.
Put the coffee in here.
I'd have definitely went over to that floor. Hopefully that's all right.
Locked off? The sign says you can't get to the benches.
Oh, really? It looks like you can do that. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, from Mentor, Ohio, as we get ready for the fourth game of the weekend, second game of the day here. A rematch of the game earlier this afternoon between the Pens and the Cleveland Barons. That one was a thrilling game as the Pens took the win by a score of 5-4. Very exciting game as the Pens were down by a goal with about a couple minutes to go, and then got a couple goals to tie and then go ahead and win that game. So resilient Penguins here this weekend, as they also had 2 goals late in the game in the second game yesterday against Parma to get a 4-4 tie out of that game. So Penguins come in on the weekend, 2 wins, 1 tie, looking to avoid taking any losses this weekend as we rematch with the Barons. In the same facility in Mentor, which again is about a half hour north and east of Cleveland, but on a different sheet, so you'll obviously notice a different vantage point here, not quite as choice as the last one. As we get ready to drop the puck on game 2, we're going to have the Briner line out there, so it'll be Weston in the middle with Kelly on the right and Bennett on the left, with Mack and Fry on D. Referees get themselves a puck, I believe, and we're ready to get things underway. Stick taps from the Barons bench. Penguins bench pretty calm as we get things underway. Oh, Mack blows the tire a little bit, and Barons bring it right in on the first shift, and the puck rolls off their stick. Not sure if that ever made it through on the Coulter, but fortunate there for the Pens as Big Mac blew a tire off the opening faceoff. And Kelly looks to get it out into neutral and puts a shoulder into one, and Weston follows up there. Bennett's man in the middle of the ice as a 5-6 man battle ensues right in front of us here on the glass. Referees telling them to move it and dig it out. And man, still battled for that. That's a long battle. And we got a penalty coming on the Pens. As shot comes in on Coulter, he makes a save, and I think it's Weston for a rough. So there was a battle royal right in front of us for like 30 seconds. And at the end of that skirmish, Weston is going to take a penalty, and Cleveland's going to go to the first power play opportunity of this young game. 14-17 to go in the first. And the Penguins will have a defensive zone draw to Coulter's right. Number 49 for Cleveland to take the draw. Matt having a conversation with the referee about that penalty call on Weston. Again, there was a lot of pushing and shoving happening in that battle royale in front of us. And the referee is ready to drop the puck, blows the whistle, drops it, and Ward puts it into the open corner for Herrick. Herrick using the white stick today. I'll fill you in on that. I talked to Landon about that last night. So Landon swoops in and grabs the puck with that white stick. Oh, nice outlet pass for Boley. Nice pass there from Landon over to 16. Here come Boley and Landon on the penalty kill. Jack drops the shoulder, brings it in, shot. Oh, that one was off either the stick or the blocker of the Cleveland netminder. So good chance there on the counterattack on the penalty kill for Boley. But the goalie for Cleveland was up to the task. I believe it's a different netminder, right? They switched goalies for this second game, so Cleveland does carry 2 goalies. So I believe they switched to the different goalie that didn't play the first game as they bring it in now. Shot. Oh, that's off the post high of Coulter. Coulter scrambles to get back to the other post now as Cleveland looks to bring it in on the power play. Down to 35 seconds to go on it. That shot in. Coulter saves that. And it pops into the high slot for Boley on his backhand. Looks to find Landon. Landon over the red line. Has number 14 for the Barons back there, and Landon's able to take it below the end line, not be able to grab possession though, and Caden's going to grab it on the far boards. And he shoots it in, that goes wide, and we're down to 12 seconds to go on an advantage for Cleveland. One really good chance, a couple saves by Coulter, and one off of the post to the right of Coulter, but no goals for Cleveland on that power play as it now expires, and Weston is released from the box, and Patty reverses the puck over for Carter. Carter with a goal in the last game. He looks to spring Chase. Chase is in a puck race right now, and that's going to come all the way in on net. And Chase gives the netminder a little bit of a snow shower. And the Penguins will have an offensive zone draw with 12:32 to go in the first. Scoreless. Patty, backhand grip. Wins it over for Gav. Gav plays it back to the point for Heath. Heath spins it back lower, looking to hit Gav on the give and go. Chase and the Cleveland player kind of cancel out in the corner, and the puck pops off the end wall where a Cleveland teammate swoops in to take it, and they try to go up the far boards and spin back one more time to find the opposite open corner, and Carter races in there. It's chipped around Carter though. Patty and Gav covering up for Carter at the point there as the puck comes back for Heath. He plays it back, looking for Carter. Carter's going to retreat back to his own zone on his backhand, skated across his own blue line, get center red and try to get it deep, but that stick on puck there by Cleveland, and another big battle ensues right at the blue line. And Chase drags it over into the offensive zone, tries to make a short little pass for Patty, and Patty's going to try to keep it at the blue line now, but it does come out of the zone. Gav goes down with the Barons. And here come the Barons into the Penn side of the ice. Nice stick check there by Fry. Keeps that Cleveland player at bay. They put it behind the cage, and Fry's going to grab it on his backhand over there. He one-hands it up looking for Chase. Chase can't grab it and get it forward. And the Pens again try to shovel it out of the zone there right in front of their bench. Down behind the Pens goal, the puck goes again. Patty through the air this time. That's gloved out of the air and tried to look for the backdoor play, and that didn't connect. And puck bounces wide as the Pens are hemmed up in their own zone here for a period of time. We're here in the first period. Look for the guy in front. Coulter stays strong to that left post. Pounces on the rebound, stops the music. Good play there by Coulter as the Barons had the puck in the Pens zone for a bit of time. So the Pens really jumped on the Barons early in the first game today, significantly outshooting them in the first period, but not having many goals to show for it. This game is starting on much more even terms than one did this morning, with the Barons off to a better start. As JoJo's going to skate that one through. JoJo has Bennett with him. JoJo's going to take it down the left side. He's walled off a little bit, and Bennett's going to follow on. Bennett's going to go behind the cage with it, and he's separated from the puck by a Baron, and Kelly's going to try to go to work on a Baron player there now, and it goes back to neutral where Weston was covering up, and the Pens try to get it in. Comes back towards Jax Ward, who races into his zone. Jax really had the motor going there. He's going to use the net as a cage, take two Barons with him, and reverse it over for JoJo. JoJo has Bennett. Bennett runs into resistance there. Bennett kind of tripped down on the play, but he's able to get the puck back to neutral, and the Barons are able to recollect there and dump it into the Penn zone. Ward again is going to have some time as the Barons go for a wholesale change here. 58 for the Pens. Nice pass up to Kelly. Kelly dangles across the neutral zone and has a turnover there. And the Penguins are going to have to work hard in their defensive zone now as the Penguins weren't able to get it north. Comes to the side of the cage. Penguins do a good job to take that puck away. That's still Weston with it there. He looks to put it wide for Kelly. Finds his line mate, Kelly. Kelly into the right circle. He looks to put it over for Herrick. Comes to Landon. Landon fans on a slapper. And Cleveland looks to come on the counter. But nice stick there by Mace. Doesn't let him come through clean. And Mace is going to go for a change now. As the Barons shoot it in on Coulter, he's going to stop the music. Down to 9:24 to go in the first period. Scoreless from Mentor, Ohio. So Williams, Landon, and Gav will be the forward. No, Williams, Landon, and Bully will be the unit out there. With Heath and Carter on D. As Bully races to the near half wall. He tries to chip and go. That doesn't work. And Carter bodies up a player. And it comes to Heath. Heath through the center. That's red, but Barons couldn't corral the puck. And now here comes Caden with a head of steam right in front of us. Two players cancel out there. Landon retreats with it, and he's able to put it forward. And can Landon skate into it here down the left side? Landon with a head of steam, splits the defense, comes in, shoots wide. I think I don't think that one went on net, but great rush there by Landon to split the defenders. But I'm not sure that he got the shot on net. And on the counter comes Cleveland. Coulter kicks that one out to the corner. Penguin tripped down on the play. No penalties coming there. Only penalty thus far has been on Briner. As Penguin loses a stick, be careful here to not use the free hands to grab a player. So that player's going to go retreat and get their stick now as the Penguins get a clear, and that's going to be on ice. So no icing as the netminder is forced to put it into the corner with their paddle. And Cleveland looks to get their rush started. Nice pass to the left and then across to the right wing. Gav hounds the Cleveland player there. And the Cleveland player falls down. Gav swoops away with the puck, but he meets resistance on those far boards. And now they play it in front, but that's read nicely by Patty to get his stick on the puck there and not let that pass get through to the opposite side of the cage. Patty spins with it there, has some time, skates it out to the circle, but has to retreat. Penguins spending too much time in their own zone for my liking here in this first period. Again, very opposite of what we saw in the first period of the first game today, where the Penguins really took it to Cleveland. So Penguins need to wake up a little bit here. It was a short break in between games, but it's the exact same for both teams. Another big block by Morrison. I was joking with Mac last night that he might need some new shin pads after this weekend, as he's had a bunch of blocks off of those legs in the 4 games this weekend. Gav hounds the player from behind and meets resistance there as Carter was stepping up. Oh no, as Weston was stepping up with the play. A couple bodies hit the deck there, and Chase puts it off the end wall. And Penguins look to collect in their own zone and get it out. A bit of a disheveled line here as we got Weston on the forecheck. Now Gav comes off and Kelly comes on. And Kelly puts his butt into a player. Bennett fresh off the bench, has it in his skates. And Cleveland brings it into the offensive zone. 2-on-2 emerges. And Mac's able to swat that one away. And the Cleveland player loses an edge behind the cage there. And the battle ensues on the near boards in the corner. Fry waiting for that puck to pop out. He's in a physical battle there. Mac comes out and swats at the puck. Wraparound attempt. Coulter gets over to make the save. Nice job by Coulter there. That was a pretty dangerous wraparound attempt. And Coulter was able to use his left leg to seal off that far post. 6:42 to go in the first period. I'd say Cleveland's had the better of the play thus far. And the Briner line is out there seeing if they can't change that momentum. JoJo smacks at it. Yeah, the Barons still have it in the Penguin side of the ice. Oh, pops right out in front. Coulter makes a save. And a slapper from the point. That's blocked down by the Penguins in front. Goes back to the point. Diving effort there by Bennett, but the player fans on the shot. And that's put in on Coulter. Rebound offered, though. That's off of Coulter up high. 2 more saves by Coulter there. The initial one and the rebound up high. Again, Penguins hemmed up in their zone here in this first period, but keeping the Barons scoreless. That goes through all the way to the point. Bennett's going to have to race out the pressure of that player. That's in on Coulter. He swallows that one up right in the breadbasket, but Penguins need to get some action going on the offensive side of things. The clock is running. They need to stop the clock. Clock is still running. And they get it now. Penguins have a defensive zone draw. And the Barons control off the faceoff. That shot in. Coulter gets that one with the blocker. Coulter under siege here in this first period. And Penguins try to get it out of the zone. Boley tries to drag it out of there. And Penguins do finally swat it to neutral, but no further. And they're going to go back, re-rack quickly, and come back into the Penn zone 3 strong. Heath slaps at it. He gets it not out of the zone. Penguins really need to get the clears here. And now they do, and it comes to Williams. Williams has Boley on his right side. Williams tripped. No penalty coming there as Williams was stick handling through the neutral zone. And here come Barons on the counter. They shoot in. That goes wide of Coulter's cage. Works as an exit pass as Boley's able to slap at it. No icing here as it's off of the stick of number 49 for the Barons. And number 43 goes back to collect and grab the puck. Pressured there by Jack. Jack causes that player to spin, and that allows Landon to come in and join the forechecking effort. And Williams follows on from there, but stick that there by the Barons, offside at the Penguins' offensive blue line, excuse me. So we will have a neutral zone face-off with 5:31 to go in the first, scoreless in cold Cleveland. 7 on to take the draw, 9 on the left, 97 on the right, 12 and 93 on D. Gav tries to rush through there and grab the puck, but Cleveland emerges with it, and they bring it over the Penguins' blue line. Mack keeps that player at bay and wide using that long reach, and it comes to the Barons. They use a backhand shot, but that one goes wide. But another shot attempt here for Cleveland, who's definitely out shooting the Pens here in this first period. Another big board battle ensues. Towards the point, number 23 for the Barons puts it to the far circles. Mack gets stick on puck there, lifts it up into the air, glove down by Chase. Chase able to get it to neutral for Gav, but Gav has his pocket picked, and Cleveland dumps it right back in. Carter looks one way, goes the other, tries to spin it over for Fry. It's going to come all the way for Patty. Patty plays it up for Gav, past Gav. Gav tries to get it off his backside. Pops right out to Cleveland, but nice back check there by Patty. He can't drag it around the Cleveland defender though, and right back into the Penguin zone it goes. Penguins have not had the puck in the Baron zone in several minutes. And they still have it in their defensive zone here. And look to get up to half boards. That was potentially a trip on Gav, but that one goes uncalled. And Patty able to intercept the pass, has Chase up ahead, and gives it to Gav. Here come Gav and Chase. They're at the end of their shift though. Puck does make it to Chase. He's hooked down, and hooked down again. No penalties coming either direction as Gav follows on. Fry's gonna step in. Briner's gonna cover up for Fry at the point. And the puck's coming that way. As Cleveland comes on the counter, 88 for the Pens, skating backwards. And the Cleveland player crosses up. Penguin defenseman steps up there. That's Big Mac. And the puck comes to Fry behind Coulter's cage, as Weston tries to garner control of that puck. Back on Mac's stick, off his backhand, over for his partner Fry. Fry's going to use the glass to get this one out, and it's going to have enough on it for icing. So Penguins will again bring that puck all the way back to their defensive zone for a defensive zone draw. Penguins just kind of hanging on right now. Need to find some offensive legs here and push the tempo in the other direction. Unit for the Pens is going to be 88, 59, 68, 5, and 58. 3:27 to go in the first. One over for Jax, it looked like, and Mace is going to pressure this Cleveland player. Mace is going to try to win that race, and can't. Cleveland spins with it. Weston puts himself up again, slams into the boards, trying to keep that puck there. As it goes back for Ward. Ward's going to backhand it over for JoJo. JoJo has Bennett ahead. Finds Bennett. It's off his stick into the zone, not too far. A couple people collide there, and pick off by Jax. Jax brings it into the Cleveland side of ice. Mace follows on. Oh, Mace checks one down. That could have been a check on Mace, as we're absolutely letting him play here. Oh, Weston kind of hauled down with a free hand there. So referees letting everybody play here, other than that one call on Weston out of that scrum, as Cleveland looks to play it forward. And Penn's able to keep it in there. And Cleveland looks to organize and get outside of their zone now. Comes back for Ward. Ward sticks at it right in front of us here at the red line. Bennett follows on. He tries to get it deeper. That's off the number 8 stick. And Cleveland's able to dump it in, and they're going to go for a change, as will many of the Penguins. JoJo looks to hit Bully wide. Misses Bully though, so that's going to be icing on the Pens as Jack was unable to get his stick on that and tip that puck. So that's going to bring the face-off all the way back to the Penguins' defensive side. Strong first period by Coulter here. As what do you got the shots at, Kyle? 13-4. So Coulter holding the fort here for the Pens as the Barons are out shooting the Pens. Again, very much opposite of what we saw in the first game here today. As Heath tries to lug it up the far wall. It's resisted there. Now it does make it out to neutral. And the Pens come forward with Herrick. And the Barons get it out of their zone. Bolowitz is going to come. Nice stick there by Jack to get it back the other way. Caden puts it in. And Landon's going to go after it. Oh, Landon changed sticks. Landon's back to the black stick. And Landon on the forecheck. And comes to Carter. Carter shoots. Oh, that's right through the blue paint. Most dangerous chance in a while there for the Pens off the stick of number 86. Penguins converge. Oh, but they kind of cross up there. And a speedy Barons player comes in. And puck rolls off of their stick. Good job of recovering there by Heath and Fry as the Barons player was able to split them momentarily, but they stayed hounding them. Oh, it wasn't Fry, it was Heath and Carter to stick with it there, and ultimately the puck rolled off of that Barons stick, and I don't think it ever made it through onto Coulter. Down to just over a minute to go in the first period. Pens spinning across the boards, trying to relieve the pressure in their own zone. Hacked and whacked that high in the zone. Carter can't grab it. Heath swoops in. 92 for the Pens. Takes it wide. Loses possession though and doesn't get it out, and that allows the Barons to come in, and a nice back check there by Bolowitz and Carter. And now with 50 seconds to go, Landon's going to be 1-on-2. Here comes Herrick. He's going to try the right side around the back move. Pulls up, and Barons defender just kind of staples him to the wall and won't let him go any further. Patty comes over to assist, and the Penguins shovel it towards the net down to just over 30 seconds to go in the first period. The puck comes back to Mack. Mack shoots one high and wide into the corner, and that's going to work as an opportunity for Cleveland to collect, and they come through neutral. Down to 20 seconds to go in the first period. As the Penguins are in their defensive zone now. Ooh, almost a chance for Chase to swoop in there and maybe have a head of steam coming out of the zone, but Barons keep it in the Pen zone. Coulter takes that one also into the chest, offers no rebound, and with 8.5 seconds to go in the first period, we'll have another defensive zone face-off for the Pens. Pens don't seem to have their legs moving so far in this first period, as we've seen them in the first 3 games so far this weekend. So look to get out of this period maybe even, and get a little go-go juice or something on the bench and get themselves moving here better in the second. As it comes to the slot area, battled for, and Pens take it behind the net. That's going to do it for the first period. Pens outplayed by Cleveland, but all zeros remain on the board. Pens will look to regroup and have a better effort here in the second. That probably won't go over well.
I never do walk.
That was the worst period of the weekend. The good news is it still scores. Barons come out to take the second period face-off. Goaltenders will switch sides of the ice here, and we will hope for continued action down to our left. Again, Penguins did not seem to have the speed and legs that they have for the rest of this weekend in that first period. See if have a better start to the second. It's again going to be the Briner line to start things off, with Jax and JoJo on D. Weston wins that over for Bennett. Bennett comes in there, but Cleveland's able to get him off the puck and skate it forward. And JoJo steps up there, and Jax rims it around the yellow, over for Mace. And Cleveland again on the puck there, so we're starting right where we left off in the Penguins defensive zone. But here comes Ward. Ward has a pretty good head of steam here, and he has Bennett and Mace with him. Ward's going to go down the left, has both going towards the net, but the pass was just a little bit behind Bennett, couldn't corral it. And now Bennett's the back checker here as Cleveland looks to counter. They come into the pen zone. Ward gets back, hounds the player, and Cleveland's going to be happy to just dump that in and go for their first change of the second period as Weston lugs it through. Weston over the red line. He gets it deep, and Bennett and Kelly are going to go for a change as Weston goes and tries to forecheck on his own dump. Cleveland brings it up to half boards, look to stretch it wide, and do. Nice pass to the head man there for Cleveland. Testing Carter down the left side, but the centering pass is read by Herrick, and Herrick, a little nice sauce pass over to Caden. Caden down the left side. 91 tries to drag it towards the net. He's a little interfered with. He gives a shot up high to a Barons player. Again, not calling very much in this game. Only one penalty has been called, that on number 88 for the Pens. Very early in this game, but the referees are absolutely letting them play. So it is being called consistently both ways, so no complaints there. As here comes Herrick. Herrick into the offensive. He has Jack going towards the net. Oh, that one was ticketed for the top right of the net, and the netminder fought that off. It tipped off the fingertips of the glove, and they weren't able to keep it in. Oh, again, the goaltender struggles with that glove to get the puck in there, so Pens may take note of that and try testing that glove of the second Cleveland netminder they've seen today. Netminder in the first game for Cleveland played a whale of a game. Penguins haven't tested this one very much, and Coulter does a great job of just absorbing that one in the breadbasket, not offering a rebound. Penguins will utilize the opportunity to get a full forward line change out there as Gav and Chase come over the boards. Patty the center on this line. Wins that clean, back for Heath. Heath reverses it for Patty. Patty's going to have some time in this corner. Get his head up and look to stretch it up for Gav. Gav pressuring that player, and Patty's going to follow on. Here comes Patty right down Main Street. Patty Bank comes in, backhand, save! Oh, and Patty goes hard into the back wall, and he grabbed his arm immediately there. Patty tried to go forehand, backhand. He scored a beautiful goal in that manner yesterday as part of his hat trick he had yesterday, but he slammed into the wall pretty hard, and it looked like he grabbed for his arm there pretty quickly after he went into the board, so we hope Patty's okay. The good news is I don't think it was his head. I think it was more like his upper body arm that went in. And he's up on his knees now. And it's going to skate out of there. Looks to be okay. Again, I don't think that was his head going into the boards. I think he was able to turn, took most of it with his one arm, but that looks to be what he was grabbing when he immediately went down, but looks like he's okay. He wants to go right back out there. Patty's just going to stay on the ice. No, Coach Matt's going to say you probably need to stay here. Yeah, Patty's going to go to the bench now. But yeah, Patty was trying to just go right back out there, so I think he's okay. So it's going to be Mac to move to center here. We're going to move the face-off to neutral ice, and Mac is going to go out and center this line with Chase and Gav in absence of Patty. So Mac taking a face-off here. Gav emerges with it. It's offside on the Pens. Says Gav was pressured there at the blue line. Chase was already in the zone, so we'll drop it right where we did mere seconds ago. Oh, nope, we're going to move to the other side of the ice. 12:32 to go in the second period. Still scoreless here. The good news is the Penguins have not played their best hockey in this game versus this weekend, and it is still scoreless. So they're getting away with it so far. Hope the Penguins can find their legs a bit more here as this game continues. As Gav takes it below the end line on his backhand, puts it up for Chase. Chase met by two Barons players there though. Back for Carter. Carter's going to try the other side. That's read by the Barons. Barons doing a good job of taking away the exit pass on the half walls here. Pens may have to change that up and look to potentially go through more the center of the ice on the exit passes, looking for that center, and not try that half wall exit. Just my observation as Chase tries to skate into one here. Here comes Chase. He tries the dipsy doodle move and just is absolutely walled off by big number 14, the Barons defenseman. As Chase, I thought he was thinking about the Mishi there for a second, but puck stays on the ice and up to Heath. Heath with a slapper. That's off of a Baron and almost an own goal there as that hit a Baron in the knee and then went just wide of the near post here from our vantage point. Off the clapper from Heath. Pens could use something to get them going in this one. A goal off of a shin pad would do. So referees continue to give instructions to the players to keep digging away at that puck. And Heath has it, I believe, as the puck's right in front of us. We can't see it below the boards. Heath tries to drag it towards the net, does make it through. Pat puts it all the way through the blue paint out the other side where Carter is going to dump it back in. And Mace is going to chase it down there. And Mace tries to drag it off the wall and can't. Heath steps up. Be careful here. Mac doing a good job on the back check, and here comes Heath. Heath has the seize part a little bit. Heath has Kelly with him. Heath drags it all the way through. It's in his skates. He does get it on net, and Kelly overskates the rebound a little bit. Comes all the way out to a fresh Briner. He has a slapper. That's kind of stick on puck. And the Barons look to counter. Bennett steps up. He gives it over for Briner and heads towards the net, but Briner blows a tire. Be careful here. 3-on-2 developing for Cleveland as Weston fell down on the play, but Cleveland's content to dump it in and go for a change. That's fortunate as they had numbers there. Bennett behind the defense right now. JoJo was motioning him to keep going, but the puck didn't make it over to JoJo to give him that pass. And JoJo now tries to spring Briner. Can Briner catch this before it's icing? It is no icing. Briner goes down behind the end line. And a fresh Bolowitz comes over, and that's going to come up to Bennett. Bennett spins on the far boards, tries to keep it in the zone, but Cleveland emerges with it. And on the backhand, right in front. It's still out. Coulter couldn't find the rebound cleanly, and the Barons able to skate into the rebound as the puck sat in the slot area for what seemed like a second or two, and the Barons were able to find it and pot the rebound goal. And the Penguins now find themselves down one. And the Penguins have been living dangerously here in this game, getting outshot and outworked to this point by Cleveland, to be honest. So maybe the goal against will be the thing that gets them moving in the right direction. As the puck comes back from Morrison. Mack off the dasher, looking for Herrick. Comes to Williams, and Cleveland intercepts, brings it into the right circle. Shot, save, Coulter, rebound pops out. Coulter able to keep that out. Penguins do a good job of cleaning up the crease. Coulter needs to get back on his far post now, and he does. As comes into Coulter up high, and that's going to be a penalty on Mack for pushing down a Baron in front. So Big Mac is going to go for a check. The 5 Barons coaches will give some instruction to the 5 Barons players on the ice. And the Penguins need to go get a penalty kill here. And 1 minute and 30 seconds of power play time goes up for the Barons, and they work the puck nicely. So we've seen in the first game, they like to work an umbrella power play, one guy up high, and then work it circle to circle. And that's what we see here as they set up in that same manner. Below the end line is the puck, pressured there by Williams. And Ward swoops in. Jack might have a chance to get a clear here. He's able to get it to the point, but not enough mustard to get it out. He stops up the puck there, and that allows Jax to get an exit. Here come the Penguins with a 2-on-1 on the penalty kill. For the second time, the Penguins have a 2-on-1 while shorthanded. Here comes Jax, brings it all the way in, backhander, and it's still loose, and Cleveland's able to pull it out of there. And the player pushes Williams' stick away. Again, you can't do that either, as Cleveland brings it in on their own 2-on-1. They shoot, that goes wide. As action opens up here on the power play for the Barons, 2-on-1 on both sides, but no goals. As the Barons work it to that high man in the center point and look to go to the left circle, pressured there by Ward, and back to that one high point man. And pressured there, nice penalty killing by Boley. Boley does a good job to tie up that player high in the zone. Ward comes in to fish for it, comes to the high slot though. Sticked out of there by JoJo, but to the stick of a Barons player, and they bring it in, and Coulter's way up on the top of his blue paint to cut down the angle there and thwart that opportunity as we're down to 10 seconds to go on the power play to Big Mac. Killers for the last 10 seconds of this power play are going to be Gav, Chase, Carter, and Heath. Gav with the backhand grip. And over for Heath. Heath plays it into an open corner. Down to 5 seconds to go in the power play time. Heath tries to get it clear there. That's off of Gav's skate. Be careful here. Here come the Pens. And with the fresh guy out of the box, that's Morrison. He looked to think about joining the rush, but now goes to the bench. And Patty comes on. And it goes back for Heath, who backhands it. Oh, the Chase was behind everybody all alone, but the puck just didn't make there. Puck's behind Patty. He has to spin around and find it. And the Barons, nice little 5-foot pass, bring it over, and Coulter uses the right pad to pinball that one out into the far corner. Nice job by Coulter there to put enough on that rebound to get it all the way out to the corner. Chase with a little half slapper in on net, and the netminder fumbles that one off again. Penguins need to get some shots here. Netminder, every time they have to use their glove, can't pull it in cleanly. Penguins can get some shots. There's some goals to be had in this game. First step, though, is getting the puck in the offensive zone. They will have an offensive zone draw here to start this action as Williams takes it, and Barons kind of possess, but Williams is able to take it back and put it behind the cage and collect and pass it out in front, looking for Jack on the back door, but here comes Cleveland, 3 strong on the counter. Down the right side. Nice step up there by Heath. For who? On Heath? I didn't even see the player fall down. So Heath is going for a trip. I thought that was a good poke check by Heath. I didn't even see a player hit the deck, but I obviously missed something there, as not much has been called in this game. So in order for it to be called, it must have been something. But and again, it was to our right on along the board, so we might just not have been able to see it. But Penguins are going to have to go right back to the penalty kill, as 93 was in the box, now 92 is in the box. Pens are down by a goal and need to get another kill. The good news for the Pens is they've had 2-on-1s while shorthanded, so maybe we can get a shorthanded goal here against the Barons team to draw this thing even. Again, they work it from high to the sides on that power play. They've obviously practiced this setup. And they skate it off the boards and shoot it in. Man, Coulter's been really solid here late this afternoon, gobbling up pucks and not offering rebounds as well. So Coulter's doing a great job of keeping his team in this one, as the Penguins still look to find their legs in this game. Defensive zone draw for the Pens. Briner to take it. He wins it clean back for Mac, but Mac fans on the clear, and that allows Cleveland Barons to set up again. And potentially, there, I almost spoke another 2-on-1 to existence there as the puck went back into neutral, and Kelly wasn't able to track it down though. Now he pressures high in the zone, takes the player. Weston retreats to protect the house, and the Barons decide what they want to do with it. They shoot it. That's saved, I think, by Coulter. I think that one made it through. Tough to see through the bodies there as that goes out of the zone. Oh, that was out of the zone. Okay, they got it. Took them a second to decide. He's standing right there looking at it. Okay. So that'll assist the Penguins in getting new troops out there for the penalty kill, who will be 7, 68, 5, and 58. And Barons control off the faceoff right down the left wing. Hacked out there by Patty. That one pops way up in the air behind the end line. Spun out in front. Ward's there to collect, but he's going to spin himself into some trouble, and now just have to chip it around to himself and now try to get it over for Patty. And Patty doesn't get it off the wall. Bennett directing traffic in front. He takes the puck away. Nice job there by Bennett. Now he's in the battle in the corner with the Barons player. Nice little pass there by Barons, and Bennett battles for it there. And in on Coulter, rebound out. Be careful here as it comes to the Barons, and Coulter makes another save. Down to 2 seconds to go in power play time for the Barons, and Heath will be released from the box, but another strong series of saves for number 24 between the pipes for the black and gold. Defensive zone draw for the Pens, who are still looking for the pushback in this game. Chase tried to slap that forward. That does do it for the penalty, as Gav is going to come on the ice now. And the Pens try to get it to Netchai. Here comes number 97, has Chase on his left. Gav across the red line. Oh, he looks to give it over for Chase, but Chase was straddling that blue line trying to stay on side and had moved from where Gav thought he was when he checked the rear view mirror. And Cleveland takes it up the far boards with some speed. Logan has the puck. Into the far corner. Jax grabs it. And he spins, and a teammate swoops in to grab it. That's Patty. Nice little outlet pass from Patty to Chase. Chase is trying one-on-one. Chase into the left circle. Chase shoots. Oh, misses the far post. Had the goalie waving at it, but Chase was unable to hit the net there as that one went wide. As Barons bring it back into the pen zone. Stop up, shot. Ooh, that one went through Coulter and to the end wall, but no damage done there as Coulter gets a save. Just didn't control the rebound on that one as the puck butterflies back into Barons ice. And they spin with it. A fresh pen off the bench. Oh, one behind the defense here for the Barons. They bring it in. Shoot, glove. Saved by 24. Again, Coulter keeping the team in it here. Pens need to get some offense going. Four minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second period. Pens unable to muster a whole lot of offense so far in this game. Need to find the gas pedal and find it fast as Herrick puts it over for Jack. Not clean though. Jack can't get it deep. And Cleveland battles with the Pens right in front of the bench. There's a pen down on the play. Matt looking for a cross check as Carter keeps one at bay with his backside. Carter and Caden have one sandwiched between them. It's a Barons sandwich. As the puck comes into neutral again, Carter steps in there, keeps the player at bay, but Barons bring it in, and Heath now swats at it, up for Landon. Landon, if he could get the wheels going, there was nothing but white ice down this left wing as the Barons were changing, but here comes Herrick behind the defense. Landon brings it in, shoots, scores! Herrick, goal for number 31 on the counterattack. And he knocks this game at 1. So I'll tell you the Landon stick story now. So I noticed yesterday Landon had a white stick, which I figured was new from Santa Claus, and he did confirm that. He got a couple new sticks for Christmas, and his plan is he's going to use the white stick with the white jersey and his black stick with the black jersey, but he's now using the black stick with the white jersey, and that's the one that potted the goal. So maybe he'll stick with that one. But a little behind-the-scenes action from our dinner conversation with Landon last night. And the goaltender, again, fumbles that one a little bit as it was a soft roller. And Penguins now find themselves even in this game off the stick of 31. Bennett on the back check. Bennett's hustling here and forces the player off the puck. And that's going to allow Heath to collect it and play it up, but can't get it out of the zone as the Barons skated off the wall and towards the slot area. And a rebound pops to them and lays loose in front for a second. Penguins try to clear and cannot. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Bennett's going to put this one out to neutral and get the heat out of the kitchen for a little bit, but the Barons bring it right back in and dangle high in the zone and shoot, and absorbed by Coulter. Penguins will utilize the opportunity to get a change in troops down to 2:27 to go in the second. All tied at 1. Matt wants to have a conversation with the referee. Not sure what he's pointing at. Oh, they're checking to make sure that the door is closed over there. It is. It is secure. It's just a bent piece of glass there. That is a little bit dangerous up high there. There's a bad seam in the glass that the referees were checking. That's what Matt was asking, but for the safety of everybody out there. So good call by the Penguins coaching staff, but all is as good as it's going to be as the players left loose on the doorstep and Coulter comes over to make the save. The Barons player had to double clutch that a little bit, but that allowed Coulter to come over and take that one off the pads. But again, the Penguins living very dangerously here. Gav galloping down the right side. Gav had the little Geno Malkin gallop go there, but can't carry the puck through and goes back to neutral for Gray. Gray's going to play it back for Mac. Mac's going to look to hit Chase, but that's read by the Barons, but Chase goes back to collect, and Penguins met with resistance right at that red line and can't get it any deeper. And Barons put that one in. Coulter steers that one to an open corner, and the Penguins have good numbers forward if they can move the puck up there, but Mac unable to get the puck out of the zone, and the Barons bring it in on basically a 3-on-1 down the right side shot. Coulter does a great job to not cheat there towards the center of the ice, as there was a guy driving the center and a guy on the back door. Penguins again with another failed clear attempt as the Barons pour on the pressure in this game, maintain the puck in the Penn zone. And here comes an opportunity for the Pens, but Gav tried to push it in front for Chase, but it was kind of on the wrong side of Chase, but it stays in the Barons zone as we're down to a minute to play in the second. Patty drags it off the wall and does the 10-2 move to protect it. Shot in, and the netminder's able to use the glove hand that time to catch it cleanly and melt the puck down. So under a minute to go in the second period, tied up at 1. Penguins will have an offensive zone draw. (91, 31, 16, 5, and 58 out there for the Pens. And Barons control off the draw. Met with resistance there behind. Oh, pops over to the open area there. That puck rolled right across the blue paint over to Herrick, but he couldn't pull the trigger fast enough as Williams' shot attempt is blocked down. And Barons come on the counter, but missed the headman pass, which comes to JoJo. JoJo tries to give it forward for Herrick. That doesn't connect, and the Barons have their turn to come through neutral ice with some speed. Ward keeping that player wide, sticks at it, and causes that puck to go below the end line where he tries to rim it around the yellow. Can't, comes right in front and swatted out of there by JoJo as the Barons were able to get towards the front of the cage again. Another puck lays loose in the slot. JoJo knocks that one out. Now deflecting in on Coulter and a rebound, and Coulter puts his paw on that one. What an effort by Coulter so far in this game. Absolutely keeping the Pens alive. Down to 13.3 seconds to go in the second period. Again, Pens need to find some energy here. As I mentioned, it is a short turnaround between games here. It was about an hour and 45 minutes, but the Barons had the same situation. And Penguins have not responded well to this point, but they are in an even game. The clock is not running. So as the clock ran too much before, now it is not running, which was detrimental to the Penguins as they were in their own zone. And that's going to have enough on it for icing, which would have been the end of the period, and it's not going to be the end of the period. So Matt's going to alert the referee that they did not start the clock on time, and that should be the end of the period. So this should be relatively easy to just call this the end of the period. I think they're going to go explain it to them that that's what they're going to do. Referees, I believe, are going to go explain to the Barons that that is going to be the end of the second period. Nope. We are going to have that offensive zone draw, and the Barons are going to pull their netminder as the Penguins can't put it in the Barons net in 1.1 seconds. So a bit of a bad break here for the Pens, but all they'll have to do is tie up the face-off man here and get the end of the second period. Matt's still looking for the explanation as to why we're still playing the second period, which he's 100% right to do. So we will get ready to drop this puck, and can hear those instructions from Matt. Boley, take it to the wall. So Boley's going to try to win this and slap it right off the boards. And now the referee's talking to the Cleveland bench. maybe we are going to call this the end of the period. End of the period. So we eventually get to the right answer of that was the end of the period. So the Penguins will go to the third, tied 1-1.
It's a weird game. It's a weird game. There's a lot of sweet. Well, what do you see? Just like after the first period, we're tied 1-1. It could be very ugly by this point.
So the Penguins have one more period to play this weekend. Hopefully they can dig deep, find some energy, and provide some pushback here as Cleveland has significantly outshot the Pens so far in the second game. Briner unit is going to start with Carter and Heath on D. The Pens siblings have a little "Let's Go Pens" chant, and the boys try to win it forward. Bennett hooked up off the faceoff. He fights through it and gets it in towards the net and chases after it and gives the netminder a face full of snow, but nice rush through there by Bennett, and the Penguins will have an offensive zone draw. And the Barons are going to change up troops with just 8 seconds ticked away. That's interesting. As do, no, the Pens don't. Same unit out there. Offensive zone draw. And off the stick of Kelly, high in the zone. Heath pinches down, keeps the puck in, and Weston tries to go after it there. 88 for the Pens, forces the Barons behind their net, and plays it. The Barons play it to the wall where Carter and Bennett team up there to keep it in. And where's the puck? It's towards the point area where the Barons have it, and Bennett pressures that player and merges with the puck and plays it over, looking for Kelly, but it's too far for Mace, and the Barons try to bring it into the pen zone, and they fall down, and now Bennett's going to be 1-on-3. He's going to get it deep and go for a change. Smart play there by Bennett, 40 seconds into his shift. Dump that in and allow the Penguins to get fresh troops out there as the Barons stretch it up. Oh, Chase was almost able to pick that one off and go off to the races, but here come the Barons to the Penguins' side of the ice. Three Penguins converge there. Leave a guy on the back door here, and now Carter realizes that and takes the guy on the back door, but Pens lost their defensive zone coverage for just a second there, but now back in the right spots as they battle for it in the corner. In a tie game, under 14 minutes to go in the third. And Chase can't grab it on that swoop-in attempt. And to the corner it goes for Patty. Patty on his backhand, puts it up for Chase. Chase tries to chip it back for Patty, and the Pens can't get it out. Now Carter's able to get it out of the zone and skate it through neutral. Over for Chase. Chase just dumps it in on the netminder. Patty gives him a face full of snow this time. Patty takes a check in front of the net. Matt is very correctly calling out to the referees that is exactly what Mac did to earn a penalty. And that was not called. It's the same exact play. Very accurate call out from Matt. It's quiet in the arena, obviously, as we can hear what Matt is saying over there. As the Penguins go to work in the offensive zone for a little bit, Gav Strong on the back check was able to get a piece of that one and grab the puck and play it forward. Nice pass up to Chase. Chase down the left side into the left circle and dips the shoulder. Drags it, has Gav on the backside. Chase is going to take it all the way around and continue to possess it. Now try to get it to the net, but it never makes it through. And here come the Barons into the Pens side. And they're going to take it, and that goes into the slot area. And they recollect the rebound, and that goes into the high slot to the point. And shot and deflected down by Fry. Again, Fry and Mac both with a ton of shot blocks this weekend. Here comes Fry trying the right side. He does the leg kick move He never is able to get it towards the netminder. As the Penguins go to work below the end line. Barons protect it there. Chase still has the biscuit. He's working hard below that end line, but the Penguins can't get anything towards the net here thus far. Now comes inside the net. Chase with a stuff attempt. Netminder has to reach out twice to put the paw on it, but they do and stop play. But I'd say better start for the Pens here in the third period versus the first two, as they look to unknot this 1-1 tie with Williams, Bully, and Herrick. Herrick the goal scorer here for the Pens in this game. Barons control off the faceoff to the far boards and pretty easily exit out of their zone and bring it to the Pen side of things and put it through the slot all the way to the corner and back to the point where Bully emerges with it. Here comes Jack all alone. Bulowitz, right-handed shooting Bulowitz comes in, shoots, score by Bully! Big day for Bully as he had 2 goals in the first game against the Barons. He pots another one here in the second game, and the Pens go up by a score of 2-1. Pens finding some life here in this third period. So we'll have a face-off at center ice after the goal off the stick of number 16. Caden to take that face-off, and Barons control. I feel like the Barons are winning the majority of the face-offs in this game too. Again, we don't keep that stat or anything, just anecdotally from me. As Ward spins it up, looking for Herrick, finds it. Oh, Herrick almost had Williams streaking, but Barons able to clog it up at the blue line, and Williams is going to have some time now to potentially find Herrick, but he's ridden off the puck by the Barons as it comes back for Ward. Ward's going to retreat back for JoJo. JoJo checks the rear view and decides to put it up for Landon. Landon has Bully coming down the left side, and Bully's ahead of the play. Landon's just going to carry it. Both Ward and Bully are going to stop up. Landon tries to shoot it, comes out for Williams. Jack's on his backhand, tries to get it towards the net. Someone needs to cover up for Ward. Actually, Ward's just going to go back and cover up for himself as the puck goes back to the point for JoJo. Number 5 gets it in towards the cage. That goes wide into the corner for Landon. Landon gets his head up, looking to see where he wants to go with it, but a couple of Barons converge on him here, and JoJo steps up with a nice poke check to stop the momentum of the Barons coming through neutral. Now Williams swats at it and goes back for Landon. Landon now puts it over for Bully. Bully into the right circle, and toe drag move. Tries to get it in on net, but the Barons don't let that come through, and Weston's in a race for that puck. And it goes back to Heath. Heath puts it over for Bennett. Bennett chips it forward for Weston. Here comes Weston, 1-on-3. It's knocked out of there. Bennett can't collect it. It's the second man in. Now Bennett has it. He looks to pass it over for Weston. Looks to put it over for Weston one more time as Weston and Bennett collide with a Barons player there. But the Barons player come north. Almost a 2-on-1 developed there. But Pens now have numbers back. And Heath goes down to one knee to block that centering pass as it goes into the corner for Weston. Weston's going to stretch it over for Mace. Mace with a head of steam. He comes into the offensive zone, has Bennett with him. Mace takes it down the right side, puts it in front. Oh, looking for the stick of Bennett. Bennett ends up in the cage. The goalie knocks Bennett down into the net. Bennett needs to get up and get out of there. As it now comes into the slot area, Bennett stick lifts the player from behind. Bennett battles for the puck as he gets himself out of the net and looks to put a puck in the net. As it goes to the point, Heath was retreating there, I believe, to get a change. So it comes out of the zone, and Heath looks to dump it right back in. And the Barons get a fresh player to that. Was close to too many. I think it was clean, though. And the Penguins get it back towards the Barons' ice as Gav pitchforks for it on his backhand. Carter emerges with it, passes it up for Chase. Pens definitely finding a better pace to their game in this third period. Chase brings it over. He goes through for Carter. Carter pinching in. Patty's covering up for Carter. As Carter continues. Patty pinched up too. Be careful here as a one-on-one's going to develop with Morrison, the lone defender, back. As the Barons bring it in shot. And pinballs around in the slot area but stays out. Not sure what that hit in front. It looked like Coulter was going to steer that one to the corner. A Baron is decked in front and another Pen is going to go to the box, I believe. No? They're just pointing for a face-off? High stick? High stick on puck. I did see a Baron laying on the ice, So I thought there might have been a push in front, but it's just a high stick on puck. And we will drop the puck in the Pens defensive zone with under 9 minutes to go. Pens up by a goal. Oh, now we got arm in the air. Not sure what that's for, but it's going to be on the Barons because they're in possession of the puck. It's going to be a cross-check call, I believe, on Cleveland, and I think Penguins are going to go to a power play here. Penguins have not had good success on the power play this weekend. In fact, I don't think we have a power play goal this weekend. Again, I really should probably start keeping some sort of stat sheet to refer back to this thing, but I just use the old noodle and ask Kyle, is basically what I do. But I don't think we've had a power play goal this weekend. This will be a great opportunity to end that drought, as Penguins will start with an offensive zone draw. Patty to take it. Looks like Patty's okay after taking that spill into the boards in the first period. Looks no worse for wear here, as the Barons are able to get a pretty easy exit there on the penalty kill. Potentially took another penalty there as they hauled down a Pen, but the Pens have to go back into their own zone and recollect. Morrison skates it, passes it up for Patty. Pens need to get things set up here. Patty does bring it into the zone, drops the shoulder, has Gav going towards the net. Patty pressured by the Barons there. Baron player falls down. It's in the skates of Chase. Chase in a battle there. And Barons spin up with it. Oh, that could have been a trip on the Pens, but it's not. And it goes back to the point where it's kept in by Carter. And the Penguins now have Gav open on the right side. They give it to Netchai. Netchai shoots along the ice. Netminer fights that off, but a rebound emerges. Penguins try the stuff attempt, and it comes all the way back out from Morrison. Morrison doesn't get good wood on that one, and it goes all the way into the corner. Down to 35 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Pens. They do have the puck in the Baron zone. Puck comes to the point for Gray. Gray was thinking Mack was there, and now does a good job to just tie up the player, and here come the Pens on the counter. 3-on-2 developing for the Pens. Patty leaving the rush. Puts it over for Gav. Gav shoots in on net. Netminder fights that one off with the glove. Again, very shaky glove hand on this netminder. So Penguins need to keep shooting here. They're down to 14 seconds to go in power play time. 7:19 to go in the game. To round out this power play time, Penguins will go with Williams, Herrick, and Boley, with Ward and JoJo on D. And Barons kind of control off the face-off again. But the Penguins utilize their numbers to apply pressure and try to stuff attempt. It goes through the slot area, and the Barons emerge with it, and the penalty is over on the Barons player. And we go back to skating 5-on-5, and that's going to be a trip on the Pens. So now the Penguins will go to the penalty kill, up a goal in the third. So again, Barons have a pretty set plan on their power play. They'll put one guy down low, one guy down low on the other side, two in the circles, and one up high at the points, and they look to work it from that center point over to each of the high circle areas and kind of rip from there, is what we've witnessed thus far in the Barons power plays today. So let's see if that's how they organize again this time around, as the Penguins look to get a big kill here. Comes to that center point. Oh, they fan on the pass though, and that's going to allow Ward a chance to get that off the glass, and Jax does a good job to not put enough on that to make it icing, but still get it clear, and Landon does a good job to force that Barons player all the way back into the corner and kill some valuable penalty time. Goes wide for JoJo. JoJo's going to slap it back towards the Barons blue line. Comes back to the Barons, and that one's going to come back for Ward. Penguins doing a great job on the penalty kill thus far as they find Williams down the left side. Williams fans on the shot, or stick on puck there, one of the two. I think it was stick on puck actually. As Williams looked to rip that one. The Barons defender got their stick in there as the Barons bring it into the Penn side of the ice. They look to hit the trailer. That comes all the way out of the zone, and they're going to have to tag up. Not in really any hurry to do so is number 29, who's just kind of spinning here right in front of us. Now it comes to that player, and they look to chip it in the zone, and they're offside. Rough little stretch there by 29. Down to exactly 30 seconds to go in power play time for the Barons. Killers are going to be Weston, Mason, Carter, and Heath. Weston to take it. And he kind of won the faceoff, but as Cleveland had the extra player, they were able to skate through and take it, and they put it into the Penguins' far corner. A couple players cancel each other out under that Mentor logo as it goes back to the point, but fumbled there by Cleveland. Oh, almost an excellent chance there by Weston to get it out there, and now the puck does go out as there's a loose glove on the ice, and Cleveland looks to come back in, but that's going to do it for the power play for Cleveland as we go back to skating 5-on-5. But Cleveland does still have it in the pen zone, but they kind of hold on to it a bit too long and never get a shot off there. Have a guy open at the point, but that's red. Nice stick there by Weston to not let that pass go through. As Carter bodies one up in the corner. And Mace tries to chip play. That's off of the post. Ooh, boy, that shot came out of nowhere and hit the post. And that's in Bennett's feet. Bennett tries to one-hand it out. Weston tries to one-hand it out. It does come to Bennett now. Bennett has two hands on his stick this time, is able to protect the puck and work it down those left boards and get it deep and pressure the player there. And Barron's player falls down, and Barron's come on the counter. Too strong, 2 Penguins back. Under 5 minutes to go in an exciting third period. Barron's into the right circle, shot. Coulter absorbs that one, gets a stoppage in play. So with 4:26 to go, the Penguins will have a defensive zone draw and utilize the opportunity to get all new players out on the ice. So 7, 9, 97, 93, and 12 will be the unit for the Pens. And I can't see through the referee to tell you where the puck is. It's on the stick of Chase now. Chase exits the zone. Looks to hit Gav with a little pass. It hits off a bunch of things and goes further into the Barron zone. Gav kind of hooked up there. No penalty coming. Pens on their backhand, get all the way through to Mac. Mac shoots. That's deflected and wide. Comes to Gav on the side of the cage. He tries to get it back in front one more time. And it goes to the far corner. Nice play there by Mac. Mac thought about pinching there, but recognizing time and situation, backed off. I could see the wheels turning in Mac's head there, but made the right decision. As Barron's retreat behind their own netminder. Comes to Morrison. Morrison clapper. That hits Barron up high. Never makes it through to the cage. Here come the Barons on a 3-on-2 though. Patty and Delaplane need to get on their horse on the back check here as the puck rolls into the far corner. And now to the near corner for Fry. He reverses with it. Plays it up the boards. Looks to skate it through. Cannot. 3 Penguins bunched up in that corner. Battle for it. And now the Barons come in. Patty hit up high. An arm of a Penguins parent there below the end line goes up, but none of the referees do. As Barons get it right into the slot. Oh, almost dangerous there as it was in a bunch of skates right on top of Coulter's paint. And Chase exits with it. Chase trying to chip around play. He does. Puts it around number 14. Shoots from distance. That's wide. As Fry follows on. And Jack does a good job covering up for Fry here. And intercepting the pass. Nice job by Jack. Jack's had a strong day here today, not just in the goal scoring column, but all-round play by number 16. As the Barons bring it in, nice stick lift from behind by Herrick, and then followed up with a nice stick lift by Jack, the aforementioned bully, as Fry juggles that one out of the air and brings it in onside and tries to shoot it in, but that's off of a Baron below the end line. So we're starting to tick the time away here as we're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third period. Pens up by a goal and do have it in the offensive zone. So we'll start keeping an eye on that Barons netminder to our right as if the play should resume to our left. And did that hit something on the bench or was it offside? Either way, we're going to end up with a neutral zone faceoff. Coulter goes for a little skate over into the corner. Coulter's had a very, very strong game here this afternoon. And we're going to get a timeout by Cleveland. So one of their 5 coaches will draw something up here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, really? So you're going to have to leave the scoring chart. Okay.
Coach Matt doing the instructing on the Penguins bench, as you would expect. Thanks to the coaches for this weekend, Matt, Aaron, and Mike. Thanks to Kyle, as always, for doing camera work. Thanks to Mara for organizing a quick pizza lunch for the boys in between games as we had a quick turnaround. As always, the logistics this weekend have been awesome. Thanks to Mara for that. And we'll see if the Penguins can get out of Cleveland with 2 wins on the day, as they're up by a goal with 2:15 to go. As we get ready to drop this puck at neutral ice. Barron's netminder is in the cage, so we're skating 5-on-5 for now. We will keep an eye on netminder and let you know should they elect to pull him. Penguins control off the face-off. Goes to JoJo. JoJo finds Williams. Williams gets it over the blue line. Herrick was just a step offside there, so we'll have another neutral zone face-off, but good face-off win by the Pens there, but just a hair offside. As we get ready to drop the puck again. This time Cleveland's able to control cleanly. And they play it past the outstretched stick of Boley and into the Pen zone. And there goes the netminder for Cleveland. So they have pulled their goalie with just under 2 minutes to go here in the game. 6 skaters for the Barons. See if they have any late magic in them. As that shot, that's deflects off of a bum side in front. And goes back to the Barons at the half wall. Pressured there. Penguins have an empty net to shoot out. And that's a penalty. That's a penalty on the Barons, as Boley was going to grab that puck and have a shot at the empty net. And it's going to be a hooking call, so that's going to do some damage to the Barons' comeback attempt, as even if they pull the goalie, the best thing they're going to be able to do is skate 5-on-5. Also important with that penalty call is that'll bring the face-off all the way down to the Barons' end of the ice. So with 1 minute and 39 seconds to go, the Penguins will have an offensive zone draw as they try to bleed out this clock and take home a 2-1 win. Penguins need to be smart here. Better to win this game 2-1 than to try to cash in for a power play goal. Although they really could use a power play goal. And goes back to the point on the faceoff. Carter rips one. That hits up high. Oh, just deflects wide in the near post. And Mace follows on there. Mace does work below the end line. Weston spins with it there. Bennett's in front of the cage. And it comes to Mace. Bennett tripped in front of the cage by the Barons. It goes back to the point for Fry. Fry gets it down. Bennett is posted up on the blue paint there, and it comes to the side of the net off Bennett, and the Barons take it to the far boards and try to chip it out, and they do, and bring it into the Pen side of the ice, and nice stick there by the Pens as they clear it back across neutral, down to 1 minute go in the game. Barons netminder still in, Penguins on the power play. So the Barons netminder stays in the cage, as the net is now off of its pegs. And it's going to be a inside the Pen zone face-off, as they're saying Bennett rode the Cleveland player into the post. So we'll get a stoppage in play. That'll allow the Penguins to change up power play units. But really, most importantly, they're trying to tick away the last 49.1 seconds here. Netminder stays in the cage for the Barons. That's a bit surprising here. With the offensive zone draw for the Barons, you'd think they would potentially pull that netminder and try to skate 5-on-5, but they do not. So the Penguins still have a man advantage here, skating 5-on-4. Barons off the faceoff. That pops wide of the net. Fry slaps at it, tries to get it clear, but the Barons are able to keep it there. Penguins are on the power play, but again, they're trying to bleed this clock out as well. I'd rather bleed it out in the offensive zone though, fellas. As it now comes to neutral. Chase fishes for it, and Gav fishes for it, but it's the Barons who come back in with 3 players into the high slot on the backhand shot wide. Penguins living dangerously there as the Barons netminder stays in. Looks like they're not going to pull that netminder here as it goes back into the Barons zone with only 14 seconds to go. Barons are going to have one last ditch effort to bring it back into the Pen zone. They do, over the blue line, and Fan on the shot, down to 6 ticks to go, tick, 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 tick. Player falls down in the corner, Barron skates it off the wall, shot, and block, big block in front by Morrison, or Netchai, I'm sorry, as the Penguins are going to win this one by a score of 2-1. in my opinion, not probably the strongest effort by the Pens, but they did enough to get the win here, and Coulter absolutely had a great afternoon here. What did you get the shots at, bud? 35-20 in favor of the Barons. So Coulter saw a lot more rubber than the Barons that minder and did a great job to only allow one goal in this one. So the Penguins will beat Cleveland twice today and get back to their winning ways against this team. As between last year and this year, it's now 10 wins for the Pens and 1 for the Barons. And we will see you again next weekend. So we have 3 home games next weekend, all against Bell Tire. So we're going to have 2 games on Saturday and 1 game on Sunday next weekend from beautiful UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. So we hope to see you there in person next weekend for more games for the boys as they collect 3 wins this weekend, go 3 wins and 1 tie. Very successful trip to Cleveland. Safe travels, everyone. Stay warm. Watch out for the snow, and we will see you next weekend.